Our first story comes from China. The country faces another crisis, a crisis of unemployment. There just aren't enough jobs these days, and the Chinese government doesn't seem to be doing much. So, people are taking matters into their own hands. Like there's this one woman who's been employed as a full-time daughter. Yes, daughter, with pay and everything. Here's our report.
The Chinese job market is facing some serious turbulence. The country's recovery from the pandemic is wobbling, while it faces record-high unemployment. The job market is shrinking, the pay scale is falling, and people are working longer hours as they struggle both emotionally and professionally. Basically, the situation is quite dire. While some workers are looking for odd jobs, others have odd ideas about finding employment, like Nianin. She is a 40-year-old Chinese woman. She worked for a news agency for 15 years, but recently she had been exposed to heightened levels of stress. She was facing the pressure of being on call 24 hours a day. So, her parents stepped in and they offered a job role to her, one that she happily accepted. What are we talking about? Nianin has become a full-time daughter. Yes, apparently in the real meaning of the word, with pay and everything. She will be paid $570 a month for her work. Talk about taking pocket money to the next level. But Nianin doesn't get to sprawl in front of the TV all day. She works for the money. In the morning, she spends an hour dancing with her parents. Then she accompanies them grocery shopping and cooks dinner with her father. What's more, she takes responsibility for all electronic-related teachings. Imagine if kids could get paid to teach their parents WhatsApp and Instagram. It would really take the frustration out of the task. But Nianin has found something that works for her. She calls it a profession filled with love. And while most people find this bizarre, some are actually treating this as an alternative. And why won't they? A record 11.6 million college graduates are entering the workforce this year. 1 out of every 5 of them is unemployed. These aren't the best of times for China. People need jobs and money, but their leader, Xi Jinping, is unable to create employment. So he is trying to help out in his own way. By giving terrible advice. He is asking people to eat bitterness. It is a colloquial expression. It means to endure hardships. Not only this, the Chinese government is officially gaslighting people. The party's propaganda machine is spinning stories about young people making a decent living by delivering meals, fishing, recycling, and more. They're clearly deflecting accountability, all while the economy is crushing people. So maybe it's time she dims the gaslight, because eating bitterness is just means to a bitter end.